The problem of lack of seats and the sending back of students to study in the categories was done in schools with 9 and 12 years of primary education and in primary schools. Students who were late to school due to them being in large numbers and having to prevent the spread of coronavirus has prevented some from continuing their studies and having to go back home so that they can come back in different shifts. They are saying this will affect their education as even primary school students have been taking meals at school or studying half a day to be able to be replaced by another category of students. We definitely have an issue with this. We are used to studying twice, but due to studying once, we go back home in the afternoon and we are scorched by the sun on our way home. We used to study 8 lessons in a day, now we only study 5, and that will be the case in the meantime. We won't even be able to revise for the studies that we had in the previous days. There is a problem of lack of enough chairs. We spent all day standing while we were studying, and it is very hard to study in such conditions. Yes, we have exams very soon. One can study while standing because it is very exhausting. Due to the large number of students, some schools were added more chairs from different first grade classrooms whose students haven't returned to school yet. It is to a point that teachers are teaching in small spaces due to how congested the chairs are making the classrooms become. We added the number of chairs that they are now between 36 and 35. You can see we placed them in a unique way, just like how we are dealing with a unique virus. It is not easy for me to find a place to stand, but like the professional I am, I find a way to make sure I can teach and that the students are understanding. In the dormitories for students, where they sit in classrooms, going for their meals, and where they sleep, was returned to the way things were before COVID-19 because no new schools or facilities were built in order for it to suit the times. However, they continue to take precautions such as washing their hands, wearing a face mask, but there is still an issue of the place being overcrowded. The principals of these educational institutions have taken various decisions, including reducing the number of classes being taken by a student from 9 to 6. On this first day, the problem we faced was that children came at the same time and we had a few chairs. The way we decided to go about it is we divided them into various categories, some study in the morning and others in the evening. Those that came all at once didn't know the decisions that were taken. That is why you see some of them outside. If we have about 2,000 students in the morning session, of course it won't be easy to test their temperatures. Nevertheless, we work as a team of teachers using the 5 instruments of testing temperature that we have. The Minister of Education, Dr. Maria Valentine, has announced that the secondary schools that are going to welcome students should comply with the COVID-19 prevention measures, considering the size of the school. Students can be able to share benches and the overcrowding will be solved once new classrooms are built. According to the rules, we say that 23 children in one class, but we found it to be impossible. Now what we are going to do is the children are going to be sitting on one bench when there are 2. One sitting on one side and the other on the opposite side. But we have some schools that have already been completed. Of the 2,700 in the country, that is where I was saying we will send some teachers who have not been recruited, which was 76% of the world's population and 70% of the government, which is the majority of the population. The students who started classrooms from the second semester on Monday are those in the first, second and fourth year of high schools and those in the fourth year of primary school. Martina Abera, RTV News.